Hello there, welcome again to TGM's Legal Nugget. If you've been following us, you will understand that we've been talking about landlords and tenancy and tenant matters in Nigeria, and we've been throwing or shedding light, into some of the gray areas that landlords and tenants, have had issues with over time. So now we want to consider the next topic in our series, and this topic, concerns third parties with respect to landlord tenancy matters in Nigeria. Now the question is, estate agents often demand illegal fees. What does the law say about agents and charges? Right? Now, if you claim to be an agent, it is advisable for you to have an authority, and that authority should be the landlord of that property. If the landlord of the property does not give you an agency agreement for you to stand as an agent over that property, you may be committing a crime. Yes, and you may go down for it. Actually, some agents have actually gone down for it. So you must ensure as an agent that you have the authority and license of your landlord or of the landlord of the premises for you to so stand as an agent over that property. Every other thing you may be doing outside that understanding could be a criminal offense, and you may go down for it. Now, if you then seek and obtain the consent of the landlord and then appoints you as an agent over that property, are you entitled to your professional fees and charges? Yes, you're actually entitled to your professional fees and charges with respect to the property. So when you get a tenant to occupy the property, you're expected to charge your professional fee. However, professional fee must be transparent, must be reasonable and fair without extortions. Now, what is prevalent now is that a whole lot of people claim to be agents over properties where they do not have a principal, or where the principal, who is the landlord of that property, has not given them a direct consent or authority to so stand as an agent over the property. A lot of people do it, right? And as a result of that, they tend to charge exorbitant charges. For example, there's what they call inspection fee, there's what they call caution fee, and such other fees that are out there. Also, agents might come and say, oh, pay a renewal for tenancy agreements and so on and so forth. All these are illegal, right? Without the consent of the landlord, any person is not expected to just stand as an agent over a property. Now, some agents also go as far as to charge their fees from both tenants and landlords, which also is wrong in law, right? So as a prospective tenant or a potential tenant, you must be very careful so that you don't get jobbed. Then as an agent, you must also ensure that you work within the bounds of the law. Ensure that your principal, which is the landlord, gives you an authority to manage that property, right? So everyone has to be careful out there. So the position of the law is, if an agent legally has the consent and authority of the landlord, he is expected to charge his professional fee. However, the professional fee must be reasonable, must be transparent, must be fair, right? And every other shady deeds are outlawed and could be considered illegal and could get one in prison. So that's our legal nugget for today. Do not forget to share, follow, comment on our content, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you in our next video. Thank you.